The South Point 400 is ready to roar into action. It's time to bring the action as they creep their way towards the green flag. Let's see what happens in Vegas. Great start, Christopher Bell.
See what we talked about in the pre-race, already 2 and 3 wide further back in the pack. Trying to make ground. That's Chase Elliott, that white car, all the way up against the wall about 10 rows back.
Last mile and a half track, Elliott started last after an issue and worked his way through the field to a respectable finish. So with that in mind, just a few races ago, let's see what he can do.
And now the nerves, the anticipation of being the playoffs settled in for the drivers. It's about getting the job done. 3 wide, that's the 24 of William Byron, kind of green and black and yellow there on the bottom. Joey Logano, that bright 22 Pennzoil car in the middle.
Alex Bowman, the bright purple Ally Chevrolet, sits third. What must he be thinking? Was in the playoffs, and with the car being some 17 pounds light in post-race inspection, was DQ'd and his playoffs dream and year ended.
How about Chase Elliott attacking right now, that white with the blue 9 on the roof, already up 6 spots. This is a driver that has been the model of consistency, but maybe not the firepower. Of all the playoff drivers, he's the one with only 1 win. Every other playoff driver has multiple wins. Chase knows that it's time to be better than average, better than middle of the pack or middle of the top 10. He's going to look for those wins.
Starting 37th and has made up 6 positions. Let's find the 12. The reigning series champion in that Menards Ford for Team Penske. Here he is, Ryan Blaney.
Currently staying on the racetrack, running a little long, hoping for a yellow. He had such a good start, I would think they would have pitted with the leaders, but Jonathan Hassler deciding to run a little bit long here. Let's take a look at the 9 pulling out right in front of the 43.
Yeah, Steve, Jonathan Hassler told me this morning he would play it fairly down the middle, and he does it exactly down the middle here in stage 1 in terms of early strategy. You heard the radio transmission, Blaney saying when he was in traffic, the car was a little bit too tight, but the encouraging thing for the 12 team, once he got clean air, he said it actually became fairly neutral, and he got more happy with it the longer he ran. We'll see where this longer strategy by Jonathan Hassler cycles out Ryan Blaney.
There you go, there's the split difference. A little slower out of the driver, quite a bit slower in the pit stop. Overall, multiple seconds lost to race leader Christopher Bell.
So, Denny's on the drive to try and make that up on track. That one hurts.
Down to the
Got a
field.
crash.
Big crash. Car around into the wall.
Big crash.
Caution's out. It's Austin Dillon.
It was getting into turn 3. It was, I don't know what started it, but there was contact with another car, and it shot him. Just hung a right.
I'm all right.
So you hear him on the radio. The window net's down. He says, I'm all right on the radio, but
It was, see, we talk about it all the time. That was back there in 27th, and it's fierce racing back there.
17 to go in the stage. To your point, you know, Jeff, you pass a guy, you think he's going to check up and let you into the corner or anything like that, and you see contact, but maybe we take for granted just how fast this track is. Look at the damage on the right front of that car. Completely shortened up. Great sign right. Oh, a point. Oh, that looks like he knows something happened. I think Austin Dillon has an opinion on
who did it?
Somebody.
That was big, and here it is. It's the shots in the distance a little bit. Wow.
Yeah, I think that's Daniel Hemrick.
Oh, boy. That was a hard hit.
Yeah, that's Daniel Hemrick. They were all racing to try to be the first car 1 lap down, and it was really intense back there. And I'm not sure, you know, Daniel and Austin are buddies. You know, they get along well off the racetrack. I'm sure that wasn't intentional or something more to that story.
To complete stage 1, Martin Truex Jr. leads the field back to green. Look at Bell dive down low. Look for an opportunity there on Reddick. It wasn't there. The 2 guys who have been running pretty much first and second the entire race.
Whoa, contact!
Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson. Bowman's in the mix there too.
You had just mentioned it had been a few races till we saw them side by side. Well, right there, Larson jumped to the outside of the 11.
As Tyler Reddick goes on the attack. Top box round the outside of Martin Truex Jr.
And Denny Hamlin, he's dropped 5 spots since the restart.
Yeah, most. 2 tires didn't work for all.
Yes. Now look, he was out of a point playing position anyway.
Yeah, right.
So, you know, the gamble, if it doesn't, gamble doesn't pay off, it wasn't a hurt because he was out of the spot anyway.
He had to fight and scrap and dig deep last week to make it to the round of 8. Tyler Reddick wins stage 1. Huge 10-point bonus there for Reddick and 23XI Racing. What a difference within a 7-day period. And look at Joey Logano. The Pennzoil Ford, the bright yellow machine. He is on a charge.
And the gamble for the 11 not working. You would hope to get 1 or 2 laps in clean air. He's already back to 5th or 6th. I know they knew they were going to lose spots over time, but to get track position, you really need to have a couple good corners.
And that Joey Logano, he is flying on this restart.
Whoa, look out! Elliott's gone. Keselowski, Reddick, 2 playoff drivers in this wreck. And the car goes over. Tyler Reddick has flipped.
Yep, I'm good.
My goodness, what was the catalyst? How did that start?
Restarts. They are so aggressive. You've got to get spots when you can. How about Reddick flips and drives the thing back to pit road? Oh, that's a bad sign right there, Steve.
Yeah, I believe it's the left front that has the issue. Let's check it out, Diff.
So Reddick is up high. We'll look at the 45, the Jumpman car. There, oh, there's contact. Contact maybe with Truex and Elliott. That was the spark.
It is. Truex and Elliott side by side. I don't know if it's contact or just arrow tight, but the 9 of Elliott up the racetrack, not meaning to, catches the 45. Around goes the 45, and as the 45 gets in here, he hops onto the quarter mile. He gets upside down. Crazy looking accident for Tyler Reddick in the 45.
That is crazy.
Listen to this.
Yeah, contact, it just looks like to me, Truex is up the racetrack. Then the 45 goes over that.
Yeah, the quarter mile track.
Yeah, the quarter mile track, and when he hits that, it just rolls it.
Yeah, Steve, it was the wall. He made contact with the wall, I'm assuming just to avoid all of what was going on in front of him. But that was contact with the wall for Ryan Blaney. That's what broke the right rear toe link.
Yeah, so he was behind that wreck, you know, and these are split second. We're going to make it look real easy because it'll be in slow motion and a replay, but I'm sure it happens a little bit quicker. But here you go, Jeff. Take me on board and see what happens.
Watch the 6 car. Boom. There it is.
Yeah, it just takes evasive action.
The 9 of Elliott finally got lapped, but not on the clock anymore. Kim, going to the garage to make repairs?
Yeah, going to the garage to make repairs. They met the DVP clock and minimum speed. They were trying to wait for a caution just to buy themselves a little bit more time, knowing that they would have to repair. Didn't do it. Chase said, I cannot run this thing longer than we already have. So to the garage for the 9 car, Dylan.
Ty Gibbs and Christopher Bell, the lead playoff driver, sits second in the big picture of the 8 drivers in this race with Tyler Reddick out. From pole position, the leading 63 laps to be running second now, just cruising there with his teammate. They got a little bit of a gap over fellow playoff driver Joey Logano. And now goes on the inside and retakes the lead.
Denny Hamlin, he is in a mess. He almost got spun out off of turn 4. 51 car, Corey LaJoie.
Whoa.
11 actually kind of came down the racetrack just a little bit. But after that, he did. Well, several cars got by him. He is struggling.
He is down 20 positions to 26th.
Nice and relaxed for Christopher Bell. Penalty for the 1 and the 54. Ty Gibbs and Ross Chastain both get a speeding ticket. They'll have to do a pass through.
As they're having a bit of an issue on the left front, that lug not wanting to come off. So this is becoming a disastrous stop after I talked about that earlier hiccup not being a big deal for Kyle Larson.
This is a lengthy stop. This is going to hurt big time.
Yeah, so they dropped the right side too quickly before they were able to pull up the right side, right rear tire. We'll get back and give you another whole look at that. It took forever. As you see behind him, the 1 of Chastain, the 54 of Gibbs serving their penalties. The jacks dropped while he's still tightening it, waving his hands. Tire carrier knows it's not tight. They go to the left side, wanting to know where the orchestration is, what's going wrong. So that slows down the left side. Then there's communication to go back and tighten up the right rear. Now Larson is peeling off the banking. He's coming back down to pit road. So I believe that Cliff Daniels feels that there's another issue. Disaster for the playoff drivers so far today, or half of them. Now Kyle Larson, a second pit stop on this wave. Kim, coming to tighten wheels?
I believe so. Haven't heard specifically.
Well, let's see, Kim, if they jack up this right side or left side.
Left rear.
Left rear, Kim. So another issue on the left rear of the 5. A lot to untangle, but
the list grows. Reddick, Elliott, Blaney, add Larson to it now.
Pressure of the playoffs.
Oh my goodness.
It's not just drivers, it's pit crews, it's everyone.
Is Martin Truex Jr. Here's the Toyota on board. Looking back at Truex Jr. And he had a quick car yesterday, but qualifying just didn't work out. Just had a little hiccup in qualifying. Now we're seeing what the 19 is capable of. Let's talk more about Truex.
Yeah, this is a really nice run for them as he goes for the second spot, kind of the lead on this pit cycle with Christopher Bell. They have been working on this race car all day long and really just now finally got it to where Truex is happy. Tightened it up on the last stop.
See Bell putting Josh Berry a lap down. Josh Berry running 23rd.
This is only stage 2, and the driver of that Rheem Toyota, number 20, Christopher Bell, has already led 90 laps. This is a huge day here in Vegas for Bell. Stage 2 victory. Massive points. Add that to his 9 that he scored in the first.
It sounds like the 11 may there. Yeah, he overshot his pit box. Chris Gabehart was screaming back up, back up, back up. So it has just continued to go from bad to worse here for the 11.
Yeah, he didn't overshoot, Dylan. He just, first of all, he stopped very short, surprisingly again. And then they must have had an issue on the left rear. So let's take a look. Once again, short, 4, 5, 6 feet short of his mark. Very un-Denny Hamlin-like. Good on the right side. They come to the left side. Pit crew doing okay. Tire up, left rear tire on, jack down, left rear not tight. Luckily for the 11, he didn't take the loose wheel onto the racetrack. The 5 trying to keep his playoff hopes alive by getting this free pass, and he is in a heavy battle with Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs got by him, and then Larson crossed him over and took the spot back, and then Ty Gibbs went on the offense and got it away from him.
Mission accomplished right now.
Oh, big run right here.
And again, this is to stay on the lead lap, to be that first car.
And to prove how good these cars are, Hamlin behind them is on the lead lap in 16th. So these cars have passed nearly 10 lead lap cars as they chase each other through the field.
6 or 7 laps. And now his teammate goes by him. And there's a crash. It is him. Ty Gibbs. We were talking about him just scraping the wall, just scuffing the wall. What's happened to the 54 this time?
Huge break for Kyle Larson, who was just in front of him. He'll
finally, something good.
There you go, Larson. Hey!
Right there, but it's too late.
What I loved is the fire come out of the pipes. You heard Denny lift. Because he was like, I see something. Something over there is happening, and I don't want a part of it.
William Byron trying to get by Truex for second. Has barely cleared him. Slides up in front of him.
Well, look at this.
Big block.
Defense. We were just talking about Haley and Buscher. It's Christopher Bell's 10th appearance in Cup here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and he has far exceeded the laps led today of all the other 9 appearances together. Here comes William Byron, the 24, trying for the lead of this race.
Oh, Christopher Bell right to the bottom to block that run.
Last stop for the 20. What a day it's been. 154 laps led by Christopher Bell.
The 20 is going to be up, way up there on the left, on the apron. The 99 is killing the 48 right here, though. Here we go. That's Bell blending up in front. How quick will the momentum happen? Will the 20 be able to stay in front of the 48? I guess he will. I thought it was going to be closer than that.
Still closed the gap, though.
Yeah, top of the screen, this will be the race for the win if this is the right strategy. And let me capitalize and bold if. The 99 on the racetrack. How about Logano and Hamlin, two playoff drivers that have had unbelievable weeks. Logano in due to penalty. Logano went up and down on pit road. Can a fuel strategy win be the difference maker for Logano and Hamlin? A lot of laps to go. So
we cannot waste any time. We should get there with 3 or 4 to go.
We cannot waste any time. Let's go.
So their software tells them 3 or 4 to go. So now Adam Stevens, because you don't want to get all done, and Bell say, well, I didn't know it was going to be that close. He goes, no, it's going to be this close. You got to go. We should catch him, but we got to go.
16.4 seconds.
I mean, his pace came down by 0.4 of a second for 3 laps in a row.
He's got to fight his teammate Denny Hamlin, fellow playoff driver. Hamlin's third. There he is. Bell should make quick work of this, and does.
You see right here, racing on your left, top right, crew chief of the 22, Paul Wolfe. Bottom right, crew chief of Christopher Bell, Adam Stevens. And you see right there, bottom left, that is crew chief.
Here we go.
99, Matt Swiderski's watching the battle for the lead.
Look at this. There's going to be traffic coming to play up here. Logano's on the inside of Suarez. That's Jimmy Johnson who stays up high and out of it. New race leader.
White flag, 1 more.
1 more to go. 1 lap left, presented by Credit One Bank. Bell is clear. Does he have a shot? It's going to be tough. Logano is in view. This has been the fastest car over the last 30 plus laps. Been the fastest car all day, as a matter of fact. And now Bell's there, but it may be just too much to do. Too close to the line. Can you believe what you are seeing? Joey Logano is the last into the round of 8. Joey Logano wins Las Vegas. He's going to Phoenix. He started the playoffs with a victory and now confirms his way to Phoenix in the championship 4. Joey Logano wins the South Point 400.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.